Okay, hello guys and welcome back to another video. I apologize for taking such a long break. I won't even lie to you, it was never even planned. And now I've realized the importance of scheduling videos ahead because I was trying to be consistent and I was posting, I think 4 times a week and I was doing pretty well. However, because I got sick, I lost my, not like I lost my voice, but I wasn't able to record more videos like this. I took about a week off from taking speaking videos. As you can hear my voice, I still have my voice having some issues as of right now. I think maybe this is linked towards because I've just come back from the gym. It is 9:13, so I'm absolutely knackered. I'm also on a cut right now, and I think I'm down about 1,000 and something calories just because I haven't eaten too much today. So after this video, I'm going to eat. I've told myself I will not eat until I create this video. I'm not trying to make it a long video, maybe about 10-20 minutes. However, this is a passionate topic. This is a topic I'm passionate about, so I might talk for a while. But yeah, additionally though, for the first week that I was gone, I wasn't actually sick. I was building out the brand. I was building out Gold Echelon. So if you're interested in my ebook, which I've written, The Art of Identity Shift, that book is basically a step-by-step guide on how you become the person that you dream of becoming. It was 2 long days of me sitting there typing away, and I think it's the perfect guide for you to understand how you can get from where you are to the place that you want to be, because it all stems from an identity shift. And I also plan on making a video about it as well and then linking the ebook to there. So if you are interested in the ebook, it's going to be the top link in the description. So go and check that out. Additionally, I'm currently creating a fitness course inside of Gold Echelon. We have so many courses I'm trying to create in there. I'm trying to make like 20, 30 courses in, okay, maybe not 30, but 20, 30 in the long run. But as of right now, I'm trying to make like 15 courses, 10 courses inside of there. The one I'm currently creating is the all-in-one fitness course for the winter, because as I said about the winter arc, I did tell you guys that you should be bulking through the winter arc. I'm going to be creating an 8-week bulking program. If you're interested in all these things, the link will also be inside of the description, or maybe when you click for the ebook, once you read the whole of the ebook, the link is also at the end of there. So 2 and 1, you can either just go straight into the ebook, read the whole entire ebook, and the link will be at the end. Or if you just want to join Gold Echelon straight away, you can click the link, and that's also inside the description. So let's get straight into today's video after all this good stuff. As I was saying, I apologize for taking such a long break. It wasn't really planned. As I said, I got sick, but what can we do sometimes? So today's video, as I said, is a topic that I'm very, very passionate about. I've got this video from First Man. I won't even lie to you. It's not like I've taken the whole entire concept, but I was thinking about this and it linked to one of his other videos, which was become 40 years old in your 20s. And from watching that video, I love that video completely. I agree with it totally. And it linked to something that I also agree with, which was today's video, which was age 10 years in 1 year. And as you guys see somewhere down on the channel, I think it was, I think just 10 years to go. So which was me saying that no matter how much, like, all of my goals, all of my ambitions, I believe I'll achieve them within 10 years. So I believe in that 10-year time span. That's how much work I need to do from now until then. So why do I say age 10 years in 1 year? So one thing that I've also been thinking about is me and my friends, especially the guys in Gold Echelon, we've been having some great conversations on these weekly group calls. And when I'm on this call, I think the oldest guy is 24, 25, and I'm not going to say it's the job anymore, but actually, maybe I'll put it on the channel, but okay, so he's a banker. And he's 24, 25, and this guy's also trying to build up his own school community now. He's starting that stuff. He's also doing other side hustles. He's also doing his job. This guy's 24. When I think about this, I think this person is so far ahead of other people his age that it's ridiculous. Then I think about the other guys in the school community. These guys are, on average, were 20 years old. I have 2 other guys in there, 2 brothers which I met for my gym. One of them is 19, the other one is 21. These guys are single-handedly managing their dad's tire shop at their age. When you think about these things, that these guys are such a young age, even me myself, I'm 20 years old, and the things that I'm going to be talking about within this video, from thinking about it, I've just thought about, we have actually aged considerable amount for our age. We are not the average 20-year-old, we're not the average 19-year-old, 24-year-old, we're not these type of people. And I won't lie, this video is going to be a lot of humble bragging, and I'm not saying it for me to boost my for me to boost my ego or for me to just brag about my life or the life of my friends, no. But more to give you an example of what you can achieve at a certain age, how you can do, and how you can change your mind. As this is what I was going to say, I highly recommend for you to read the ebook. It's not even like I'm just trying to give it out or none of the stuff, because it is a free ebook, or I'm trying to egg the book, but it shows you how crucial it is for you to change your identity to become the person you dream of becoming, and how an identity shift can actually be one of the best things that can happen to you. So let's talk about myself, for example. So I've said, okay, you want to be operating as a man, as a man, well above your age for you to succeed in this life. So when I've spoken about just 10 years to go, I've spoken about other concepts on this channel about you can change your life within 3 years. All these sorts of things, I truly believe that they stem from a young man or whatever age you are, you're operating on a level above your level. So as of right now, I'm 20 years old, and the things that I've been thinking about within my life from the last 4 to 5 years to where I am today, the average 20-year-old doesn't think about these things. And once again, this is not a humble brag, it's just a talk from experience, because I can only talk from experience. Some of the things I've written, I've said, from 19 to 20, I was thinking about getting a credit card and using half of it in business to raise my credit score. And I've successfully done that. What 19 to 20-year-old is thinking about doing that? So additionally, one of these things stem from, I was speaking to one of my other friends and he was talking about the importance of having a credit card. And I think this was when I was 18, 19. I was thinking, what is bro talking about? Like, what even is a credit card? Credit has always confused me. But I always knew credit was extremely important. So whilst I was doing business last year around, not last year, wait, still 2024, earlier this year, I had the idea that, okay, my credit score is pretty low due to me opening a couple bank cards for business. Why don't I, bank accounts for business, why don't I get a credit card, use some of the money for the credit card strictly for business, and I'll have the money there on the side so I can instantly pay it off, but this will boost my credit score. So I did that, and I saw my credit score increase. And I was thinking, okay, let me tell my other friends as well, and I told them as well. And I'm thinking, we are age 20. What 20-year-old cares about credit? What 20-year-old is thinking, okay then, if I get my credit score up now, and I continue to make it grow in the coming years for when I'm older, and it could help me when I come to try to take out loans. Like I've seen the amount I can take out for a loan has increased. For if I wanted to finance a car, the amount I can take out has increased. What 20-year-old is thinking about these things? And once again, like I'm going to have to continue to say for this video, it's not to humble brag, but it's the genuine truth. I want you to wake up and think about these things. How at the age of 20, the majority of guys are thinking about, okay then, let's just go to the club, let's just go drink, let's just go talk to these X amount of girls. But I think that if you take a step back and you age 10 years within this year, I truly believe the things that you may desire will continue to shift and they will change drastically. So I've said from the age of 15 to 16, I said I will start going gym and improving my fitness and physique. So when I'm older, I will benefit from it heavily. Now at 20, I receive compliments and feel the benefits of having a good physique. And I spoke about, I can't remember what video it was in, I think it was the importance of having a good physique. About the societal improvements that you see. From the fact that I've started to dress well and that my physique has started to improve and I've actually gone on a cut right now, so I've gotten leaner, so my physique looks a lot better, my face is looking a lot better. I've seen the change in favor from people. I don't want to get too personal, but from the gym that I go to, my gym is quite expensive, but the gym that I go to, I've been able to acquire a job inside this gym because of me changing my perception, because of me acting like a man at the age of 20. Because of the way that I'm talking to people, because of the physique, because of the way I'm articulating myself, because of the way I'm dressing, it has allowed me to receive a certain favor. Now imagine I was going to the gym and let's say I was an overweight young 20-year-old. Let's say for my height, I'm 5'11". So right now I weigh 83. So imagine I was walking around at 125 kg or 150 kg. So that's a massive jump. That's sincerely overweight. I don't think I'd ever get to that stage, but let's say I got to that stage. And I was to be wearing all blacked out hoodies, or even I was wearing a bright colourful green hoodie or anime green hoodie. Walking around the gym like that. I don't think I would receive the same favour and the same respect that I earn as of right now. Because that is not that type of person, no offence to that person if there's somebody who's watching this that is like that person, but that type of person won't earn the respect of other people. Because they'll look at them and say, you're probably a gamer, you're probably a young man. But for me, I've started to see that a lot of people, firstly, when people ask me my age, and I say 20, a lot of people are shocked. Additionally, when I'm talking to people and I ask them their age, and they say they're, for example, like 27 or 24, 25, and then they say, okay, how old am I? And I say I'm 20, they are extremely shocked. Because of the perception and the way that I carry myself is not that of a 20-year-old. You look at a regular 20-year-old, as I said before, they are usually out clubbing or out drinking or doing some sort of thing which is not going to benefit them in the future. At the age of 17 to 19, I was investing 10% of my income into the FTSE 100, the S&P 500 on Vanguard, so my money could appreciate over time for when I would need it. And this is something that I did when I got my first job. I said, instead of me going out and spending all this money on games and clothes and stuff, I said, okay then, I'm going to save 10%. I'm also going to invest another 10%. So 10% would be saved inside my bank, so I have it cash on right there. And another 10% I'm going to be putting inside of Vanguard so that it can appreciate over time. At the age of 17 to 19, who's really thinking about doing these things? This is the person who's thinking about themselves and thinking about their goals in the future. I'm pretty sure Chris talks about this. I think it's called the progression bias, where you basically think about what you would want in the future and then do operate on that right now. So at that point in time, I was thinking, okay, then in the future, I'd most likely want to start a business. In the future, I'd most likely need some sort of capital to start something, because at the age of 15 to 16, I was running a clothing business and a reselling business. So I already knew inside of my life, I would do some form of entrepreneurship inside of the future. So now that I'm working this job, rather than me just wasting all the money on me now, let me save some of it for me in the future. And that actually benefited me a lot last year when I started a new business. So the whole thing about it is that I was operating as let's say a 24-year-old person who's thinking about starting a business at the age of 17. Because I was saving the money at the age of 17. Saying, okay, then from now until this age, I'm going to save this money, put it in Vanguard, see it appreciate, and take it out when I need it. Sadly, I had to take it out because naturally my whole plan was to save it from now until, I don't know, until yonder, until about I'm 60, because then the appreciation added more, all these things, but I had to take out the money for business. But still, I learned these lessons because I started early, which I love. So if you're somebody young, the whole reason of this video I'm saying is age 10 years in 1 year, because this is also talking about intensity. I was going to add another point which Prince out of my school community as well, my close friends, he wrote about that he learned from one of his sales mentors. And they spoke about the importance of intensity. And the only way for you to experience certain things in such a short time is the intensity. So let's say, for example, you go into the gym now, yeah, and you are training to comfortability. So you know for a fact that you can do 60 with ease. Like I'm talking about, you're repping it out every single time with ease. So when you go to the gym now, you know that if you want to increase your muscle growth, or your size, for example, you know you have to up the intensity. So rather than doing 60, maybe your max is 100. So you're going to try and control the negatives for 100. Or maybe your max for 100 is 4. So you're going to try and squeeze out 5 this time, because you are upping the intensity. And let's say, for example, instead of you saying, okay, I'm going to bench press only once every 2 weeks, and your goal is for you to increase your bench press, you're going to be bench pressing 2 to 3 times a week. And each time you are focusing on increasing weight to some sort. Okay, maybe one session is focused on increasing weight. The other session is on building up and holding a static hold and controlling the negatives. And the other one is literally just repping it out. Maybe you, instead of doing your max, which would be 100, you're now doing 80 kg. And then you rest, and then you go again the following week. Because of that intensity, you will increase your bench. That's why you see a lot of people do like a program. Like that's why I spoke about the 8-week bulking program. Because in that point of time, like right now, I'm on a 4-week, I'll say a 6-week, because I started 2 weeks ago, a 6 weeks cutting program where I'm currently tracking my calories, tracking my meal prep, and cutting and doing the cardio and all these things specifically so I can cut. Because it is about the intensity. The intensity that you're doing in that point of time will boost you more than if you was to drag it out in the long run. And this is not saying, okay, you should go and speed run all things within life, because of course, a lot of things happen with a long time. Like you can't just wake up tomorrow and be a billionaire. It takes a lot of time to be able to get to that stage. But still, it's about having the intensity that you one day get to that stage, but you're not prolonging it, because you're operating in such intense pressure that it's causing you to receive your reward a lot quicker. So let's say, for example, it's going to take you 60 years to become a millionaire. And the reason was because you're going to do a 9 to 5 and you're just going to take that route. Well, then you'll most likely wait until you're 60, because you have to save up all the money, the pension money, saving all that type of stuff, and then you'll be able to retire as a millionaire at the age of 60. But with the entrepreneurial side, you're going to get the same amount of stress that person got within those, let's say they got their job at 18, so from 18 to 60, what's that? 2 years, that's 42 years. So the same intensity that they had it in those 42 years, you as an entrepreneur, you're trying to get that intensity within, 10 to 15 years. So you were trying to get from 18 to, let's say, okay, realistically, it takes about 12 years for a business to become successful. So from the age of 18 to about, 30, but then we'll add some more time, because realistically, no one's starting a business at the box down the age of 18. So let's say from 18 to 24, you are thinking about starting your business and you're operating on those lines to become successful. So you want the same intensity as somebody who's gone from 18 to 60, and you want to feel that intensity from, let's say, 18 to 40. And by then you'll be successful and have the things that you want to achieve. The whole point is you want to be in such an intense environment that it causes you to experience these things earlier. So the main reason why I was able to think about the credit card situation is because of me starting business from younger. So I'm operating on a more intense time frame or a more intense situation than I would have felt maybe in the future, which would made me delay the credit card. But I use that now to be able to help me now, so it can help me more in the future. And these type of things that I mean, age 10 years in 1 year. So you want to feel the intensity of 10 years within 1 year. This doesn't mean go do steroids for a better physique, no. But it means start the journey now and train as hard as you can in this year. Because when you do it now, you get used to this intensity. And it's not saying, okay then, age 10 years in 1 year and then just stop. No, when you age at that point in time, you take those characteristics and you run with it. The same way that people talk about the winter arc. And I'm even glorifying the winter arc as well. The whole point is that it's not an arc, it is a lifestyle. The winter arc lifestyle, or the winter lifestyle, where you operate on focusing on your business, operate on focusing on the grind consistently. It's not like, okay then, you wake up tomorrow, okay, yes, it's winter, I'm pushing. Is that some sun I see? Oh, okay, let me leave my goals aside, let me go outside and have some fun. No, that's not how it works. You're still focusing on the grind. I'm focusing on the grind. I'm focusing on the grind. You don't leave the grind, you continue. It is a lifestyle. Okay, let's say it now gets sunny, you want to enjoy yourself a little bit more. Sure, but you still get the work done. You're still waking up at the exact same time. Let's say throughout winter, you was waking up at 5 a.m. Why stop in summer? I even think it's better to wake up in summer at 5 a.m. than it is in winter, because you can watch the sunrise, you can go, it's a nice morning wake up. So why leave it for something in winter? Why not operate like that throughout the whole entire year? That is the whole point. It's not an arc, it is a lifestyle. And that's how I want you to exactly see that 1 year. Age 10 years within 1 year. It's not okay, I'm going to go intense for 1 year and then leave it. No, you keep going. That's why I've said just 10 years to go as well. Because you're going to do that and 10 years to go. Literally, Prince sent me a video. It was the funniest video I've seen. It was like a guy typing, so he's in a 9 to 5 job in it. And it was like, what was it? It was like, so it's just reached 5 p.m. Just 45 more years left. That is what you would go through. You would get to that stage where it's like, okay, I don't even think 60 is a retirement age anymore. I think that's olden days now. I think because of how expensive the living crisis has become, 60 is now like you're retiring pretty early. I think a lot of people are retiring at like 70, or some people are just working for the rest of their life. But this is the thing, as it said, just 45 more years to go, because that person is lacking in intensity. You want to bring that intensity into such a smaller time frame that it causes you to be in a better position than everybody else. So I've also said, meal prepping to save money and to be able to track my macros. So the main reason why I'm meal prepping right now is because I'm trying to get myself in, I'm aging 10 years earlier. Because when I'm older, I'm going to be thinking, okay then, I don't think I should be eating that birthday cake. Why? Okay, 10 years ago when I was tracking my macros, one day I went out for my friend's birthday party and I put on my fitness pal, okay, there's this cake, okay, how much calories in this cake? It showed about, I'm going to be pushing the figures, please don't quote me on this, but let's say it was like 90 grams of carbs and 50 grams of it was sugar. I ate that and I woke up the next day and my face was a lot puffier. Okay, now I'm 30, or let's say for example, now that I'm 40, so I'm going older age, I don't want to eat that now because I know I'll wake up the next day puffy, because when I ate that when I was 20, my face was puffy. And my physique, I don't have as much energy as I would have when I was 20, so that guy could have burnt it off easier. So rather than doing that, why don't I just not eat the cake? Because I remember it from when I was younger. But people don't learn these life lessons until they are older, because they don't go through that experience now. I'm telling you right now, I don't think I know anybody in person who tracks their calories. I think I'm the only one. Maybe I haven't asked enough people, but I believe I'm probably the only one of people who I know who's tracking their calories. Because I know how important it is to track your calories, because you don't know, like I did not know, because I loved chicken frankfurters. I did not know that two frankfurters had 1,500 milligrams of sodium inside of it. When I was eating, I was thinking, okay, my face is looking so puffy. Why is that? I'm not really eating carbs as much. What is it? It's because of those frankfurters, because of how much sodium is inside of it. Because when I have that, that's basically just over half of my what I'm supposed to have in sodium for the day. Of course, my face is going to be puffy because I'm retaining so much water. Since I've stopped eating that, I think I stopped eating it from yesterday. So even now, I can see my face is looking a little bit better. And as I continue to stay away from it, my face should start to get a lot more leaner because I'm not retaining as much water as possible. Give me a second, guys. Sorry about that. I told you I'm hungry. But yeah, so pardon me. It's about aging 10 years in 1 year and thinking about these certain things. I'm pretty sure last year we was thinking about getting accountants. Sadly, we had to learn the long way. We had to learn about business the long way. Like I'm telling you, we are aging right now. But we lost a lot of our money. We went from making, I made around like 9K in 1 month. My other friend made around 7K, and my other friend made around, I think he made 20K or like 15K. And that was on revenue. I think profit was like, we had 40-50% profit margins. We were running it up last Q4 in dropshipping. But we lost all the money because we didn't understand money at that point in time. But I'm happy we went through that now because we just aged 10 years in 1 year. Because of that experience, we now know, okay, that is not how you manage money. Because of that experience, I now have a monthly budget. I know how much I'm going to be spending, how much is coming out my card each month. I am checking my subscriptions frequently. So I know, okay then, this is how much is supposed to be coming out my bank. Okay, so I need to make sure I make this much amount of money so I can delegate this much money towards business. What's 20-year-old is doing these sort of things? If I did not go through that experience, I would not be doing those type of things now. The whole point is age 10 years in 1 year. You want to be operating as a 30-year-old man in your 20s. And that's why I loved his video, which was I think it's operate as a 40-year-old man or be 40 in your 20s. It is the most overpowering mindset shift you can do as a young man. When you start thinking as an older man in your 20s or as a teenager, you will change your life. It's a foregone conclusion that when you are in your 20s and your 30s, you will be successful. Let's say more 30s. It is a foregone conclusion you'll be successful because you start to say, okay then, instead of going out to the club, instead of going out drinking, instead of chasing after that girl, instead of staying on the phone late, okay, I'm going to go to sleep earlier. I'm going to get myself in the gym. I'm going to think about a hustle. I'm going to get a job. This is one thing I love about my friends as well is that I find it so funny that we think about jobs in it because obviously we need to get jobs because business needs money. And the funniest thing is that all of us don't look at our jobs as, okay, this is a chance for us to spend more money. This is a chance for us to go and waste money on clothes or waste money on fancy restaurants or expensive holidays. We see it as business. When I see myself getting a job, I see myself being able to fund more for my editor. I can fund more for my cameraman. I can spend more money and create more products because I have the finance to do it. My other friend, for what he's doing in business, he sees it that job. I went to my friend, all he said is, I said, yo bro, when are you going to get a job? He said, what, running ads? Because all he sees the job as is running ads, running traffic towards his product. That is all he sees the job as. My other friend as well, for running ads. That's it. We don't see these jobs as opportunity for us to go and live some lavish lifestyle or something like that, or for us to waste money on buying the most expensive shoes or most expensive clothes. No, it is for us to be investing that money into business. And also, you don't need to be spending all your money on the certain lifestyle things. I'm also going to make a video about fashion because I truly believe that a lot of people like to ask me about my fashion outside of the YouTube channel, just in person. And I think it will definitely do well for me to show like a young man's version of how to dress well because I got black t-shirt, these pants, and then I wear my Timberlands. Maybe my Timberlands is the most expensive thing. I got them for like £100, 3-4 years ago. The whole fit right now, I think these were like £8 or £10, and this t-shirt was like £8. Actually, I got this t-shirt from my old waiting job about 2 years ago. So maximum this fit is about £108. Maybe the t-shirt £6 from Primark. £14 at most, because the shoes were £100. Sure, the shoes are the most expensive things, but I wear those shoes all the time. Like the funniest thing that why I also thought about this video was I was speaking to my dad, and he was looking at my shoes. He said, "Don't you think it's time to put those shoes away, my Timberlands?" And I was like, "No, I got so much use in these shoes." And he started laughing. He walked up the stairs and showed me his shoes, and he showed me it was some Adidas Crocs or something like that that had a hole in it. He was like, "Oh, these still got so much use in it as well." And I started laughing because it is so true. Because I've gotten to that stage, I'm like, I don't care about the perception of the shoes or all these sorts of things because I am 20. I do definitely believe about the importance of mastering your perception and your presentation. That's the presentation, about how the way you look and the way you dress. But I truly believe that if you're operating at the most responsible and the most optimal way that you can, so for example, what did I say? £8, £6, Timberlands £100. A little bit. Let me actually show you. They're pretty. I don't think they're run down. Like they probably are, but I like them. I think they're still good. They're not, no holes in them, no nothing. They're waterproof, amazing. So I truly believe they're still good shoes. But yeah, I wear that. I go about. There's no reason for there to be a problem, in my opinion. And then bang, put the fit on, and I truly believe I still look good. So I truly believe about, yes, mastering your perception, but it has to be optimal. So don't go out spending £150 on a t-shirt, £200 on pants, and £300 on shoes just because you have the money to do it. No, no, no. So yeah, I definitely believe that, okay, you should be aiming more towards higher brands in the future. Sorry if you can hear my cat. She doesn't know how bad I looked out of the room for me to make this video, but what did I say? Yeah, I truly believe, yeah, you want to be aiming towards more of the higher brands, but only do that when you can actually afford it consistently. Like they're saying about, okay, if you can't afford it twice, don't purchase it. I think if you can't afford it 3, 5, and 10 times, don't do it, because you don't need it realistically. Like that's what I'm talking about. Cheap, cheap, cheap. The most expensive thing on my body is my body. That's it. And I think that is the best investment you can make, because it will go with you for the rest of your life. So the clothes aren't even that important. It's about the physique, because put this on a fat person, it's not going to look the same. Put this on a fat person, it's not going to look the same. Put this on a fat person, it's not going to look the same. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. It's just not going to look the same. Your physique is definitely important when it comes to your perception. So you have to make sure that you're in the gym putting in the work, 100%. And as I'm saying about aging 10 years in 1 year, it doesn't mean you have to lose your childish side or the side that you're loving, like your teenage side. No, because you can see I still bust jokes. I'm probably a lot more jokey in person to other people, but I truly believe that if you can shift your mindset into that of an adult, you can balance both. You can be like, okay then, today I want to feel a little bit childish and enjoy myself, and tomorrow I can be like, okay then, I have to lock in. And it's not you have to be a tomorrow thing. You can do it all in the same day. Like sometimes I can go from having busting jokes with my friends on the phone to going out and taking meetings on the phone. Same person, but it's about balancing that switch, because that's what an adult would do. A grown man's not going to go into his house and be like, okay then, all strict and serious. No, he's going to come home and talk to his wife as his wife. He's going to play with his kids like he's a child as well, so he can fit in with them. And then when he goes into work the next day, he's going to be suited and booted and go and take that meeting like a grown man. That is what it means. It means that you can actually balance it. So you want to age yourself in 10 years. So I just let it aside, but as I was saying, you want to age yourself by 10 years in 1 year. That's what you want to do, because when you do that, you will see the most growth that you've ever seen before in your life. So as I was saying as well, knowing the benefits of being articulate, so I was studying and learning from some of the best speakers in the world. I was doing this because I know how important it is to be articulate. I know how important it is to be studious. When you become a grown man, people genuinely respect that so much. The amount of people that have said to me, okay, I love the fact that you can speak so articulate. I love how you can speak so well. And people say, I don't know how you do it. It's literally from having a desire to speak better and then taking action on it. Because I'm thinking as a grown man, as a 30-year-old man in my 20s, that is what you should be doing. Every single young man, the best thing you can do is literally age 10 years or think about what the older version of you would want you to be doing now. I have a lovely quote that I remember, which was, what would tomorrow you want you to do today? So and I think I should change it to, what would future you want you to do today? What would the 30-year-old version of you want you to do today? He wants you to set up his life to be as good as possible. He's saying start that business, fail young, learn these things, never stop learning. That's what he will say to you, because he knows when he gets to that position, when you catch up to him, you'll be in a lot better position if you said, okay then, I'm going to try and do as much as I can from now until then. Because then you have so much experience to be like, okay then, I can play around with this and work. That is what you want. You want to age 10 years in 1 year. I'm just going to keep saying it because I think it needs to stick into your head. Additionally, as I was saying before about mastering perception, learning how to dress like a man. So you no longer just want to be walking around in hoodies 24/7, because even today, I didn't really want to put this on. The clothes that I ironed was a full brown tracksuit and this t-shirt. And I was like, last week I wore a white shirt, black pants, the Timbs again, and a black trench coat. But today I'm going to go in an all brown tracksuit. And it's not saying, okay, you have to keep up this perception 24/7, but I truly believe that it's a mindset shift. Because when I dress quote unquote smart, this is more smart casual, but that one was more a little bit smarter. But when I dress smart, my mind is just in a better frame. I feel like I can hold conversations better. I can hold eye contact better. I just feel like I'm in a better position than when I'm just dressing anyhow. Because I'm like, okay then, I actually look like a man. So people are going to respect me more than if I just came in a full tracksuit. That's why I put my gym wear inside of my bag, get to the gym and then just get changed. Because when I'm walking, when people are looking at me, they look at me as a grown man, even though I am 20 years old. This is what it is. I'm trying to operate as an older man, as a young man. And as you keep going, you say, okay, then I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep going. By the time you are 25, 30, it is impossible for you not to have something rolling. Whether, not saying, okay, you're going to be a multi-millionaire in your late teens and, is 20 your teens? In your late 20s or in your early 30s. Not saying you're going to be a multi-millionaire, but you have some sort of foundation. So it is not impossible for you to do it. You have set yourself up to be able to actually do it. And I know I'm saying this with a gaming chair behind me. Yeah, don't worry. When I get the money, as I said, I'm focusing more towards business. But when I get the money, I'll get a new chair. This chair's actually broken as well. But this is treasure from my old gaming days. But still. And I said, no going out and getting drunk with the boys. No chasing after women. This is what you want to do as an older man. You're saying, okay then, I'm more interested in finding a single partner. One person I'm going to stick with. Rather than me going out and chasing 100 girls. Because you'll make a lot of mistakes chasing 100 girls. Trust me, you will. And no more going out and getting drunk with the boys. It's not saying, okay, they don't have fun. But you can shift it. You don't need to go and get drunk every single time. What I love about one of my other friendship groups is that when we go out, we can do anything. We've gone go-karting. We've gone to the cinema. We've gone out to eat. We do all sorts of things. We've gone out to play football golf. We've gone out to play regular golf. There are so many other ways to enjoy yourself without getting drunk. And it's not okay then. Because you don't want to push it and just start wasting money and going out every single week. No, because the whole point is that, okay, you want to save money, because as an older man, you'll be like, okay then, I don't think it'll be smart for me to go out and spend £100 because we have bills in this family. Yeah, that's what you also want to be thinking about. You don't want to just be spending money consistently every single week to have fun. But shift it from getting drunk. Maybe that's how it starts. You say, okay then, rather than me spending, I don't know, £50 or £40 or £100 a week on getting drunk with the boys in a club, okay, we are going to go play golf, or we are going to go play tennis. We're going to invest in a tennis court, all these sorts of things. Okay, it may still be kind of expensive. I think tennis isn't that expensive. Me and my other friend purchased a yearly court for £52 and our rackets were like £30. What's that, like £30 each? And then he's the one that actually bought it, so £80 on his side. That's still cheaper than going out for that week and then bang, you have a tennis is available to you. Maybe get a basketball, go to basketball courts that's available to you. But when you start thinking about these things, okay, now it shifts from going out and getting drunk every single week to, okay, now I'm going to be doing more active things for fun. So one, that saves you money. Two, it's a lot more healthy for you. And it can actually help you to change your mindset. You're doing these things, and in the long run, it's going to do a lot better for you. You're no longer thinking, okay, then I'm going to go get drunk, get a puffy face, rely on my looks, do all these sorts of things. You're saying, okay, then I'm going to get myself in the gym. Because this is actually how I got myself in the gym. I wanted to improve my athleticism inside of basketball, and I also wanted to get bigger as well. And then after that, I started to see, okay then, I'm enjoying fitness. I'm loving the fitness culture. This was like the Ziz era, and like you start to see a lot of these bodybuilders were getting a lot of recognition. And I was like, okay, I'm loving bodybuilding. Let me just continue to train. And now I'm here where I am today. But still, is a, what do they call it? A double-edged sword. So once you say, okay, I'm no longer going to get drunk, I'm going to focus on a sport or focus on another way to have fun. Maybe it's golf. And you're like, okay then, if I was stronger or I had better stamina, I could probably perform a lot better in this sport. And then you get yourself into the gym. You're in the gym and you're like, okay then, I'm already here. I might as well start to improve my health. So I'm going to change my diet. Okay, you start to change your diet. Now you've gone from saying, okay, rather than me getting drunk with the boys on a Sunday or a Saturday or a Friday, whatever day you guys do it, I'm going to start playing a sport. And from playing that sport, I'm going to get myself into the gym. And now I'm in the gym, I might as well fix my diet. So you've just taken away one negative habit. You've pruned one negative habit and you brought out 3 positive habits. Just from you saying, okay, rather than me operating as a teenage boy and saying, okay, I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to, what's the saying? You only live once, all these type of things. You're saying, no, I'm going to prioritize future me. I'm not going to build up negative habits and get drunk now. I'm going to focus on going to the gym and improve my physique and improve my life. This is what the whole video is about. Operating as a 30-year-old man, thinking like an older man in your 20s. Well, in whatever year it is, however old you are, let's say you're 24, thinking as a 30-year-old man, 34-year-old man at the age of 24. And the whole plan is you're going to feel that level of intensity for 1 year. Literally 1 year. I want you to give it 1 year and see if you go back to old habits. Because even me, I get some drawbacks of wanting to go game again. But I'm thinking, okay then, let's say I work hard for these next 10 years and I get to where the stage I want to get to. And I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable to retire right now. I'm jumping online. I'm jumping online. I'm playing at least once because I'm going to be like, I've worked hard for it. I'm going to enjoy myself. It's not saying, okay, then now I'm going to go and take a whole year out and game for, no, but I'm going to enjoy myself because I've worked hard for it. I've stayed away from this for X amount of time and I'm going to work hard for it and enjoy it. And this doesn't mean go back and go start drinking when you're age of 30. No, none of that. But you've worked hard for it. So technically, Don't go and get like beer belly drunk, but maybe you gotta have some wine with your wife or your kids, all these type of things. Enjoy yourself because you've worked hard for it. But until that stage, think about that what that person would want. Because instead of thinking about, okay, you who already has achieved the things, imagine the person is still hustling to get them. So instead of saying, okay, then this guy has achieved, so future me, let's say I said, okay, 30-year-old me has achieved 100 mil net worth. We're gonna aim big high, 100 mil net worth. Yeah. So this guy's gonna start moving a little bit more sluggish, slowing down, potentially. Maybe not me. I love the ambition. I love the game. But let's say he was to start moving a little bit slower, deciding to settle down at the age of 30, all these sorts of things. Yeah. Okay then. I'm gonna operate like him. So I'm gonna start settling down now because I know that I'm gonna settle down in the future and start moving slow. No. Think about the guy who was hungry for it to get to that stage because it takes a lot of hunger and desire to get into that position. So think like that person now and keep that level of intensity for 1 year. Age 10 years in 1 year and see how much you change. I had other things to talk about, but I've completely cleared them out. I've forgotten them. I'm hungry. Sorry about that. But to round it off, maybe there's one more example I can think of. As I was saying about my friends, like I've seen a lot of them grow in this last year. From when I first met my cameraman, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but he was a completely different person. He loved, I don't know if he was still gaming at this point in time, but I think he was still gaming. He loved games. He loved doing isolation activities, like staying indoors, staying away from people, all these sorts of things. Now he's a completely different man. He's now focused on improving himself. One thing is that we are on like, this is the one thing we love talking about because we care a lot about, not like care a lot about what, we focus on looks maxing in terms of, not the cringe version, please no, but actually improving your looks in a healthy way. So looking at, for example, like eyebrows, trying to grow them. Additionally, if you're a man and you don't have a skincare routine because you think it's not masculine, or you don't have a skincare routine because you think it's feminine, I don't know who has psyoped you. It is not that deep. Please take care of your skin. Don't let somebody come and say to you, because you're taking care of your skin, you're a female. I was on TikTok seeing one guy talking about a skin routine, and I was like, lovely post, miss. I was thinking, I don't know what he's just taking care of his hygiene. There is no issue with that. A lot of people, a lot of young men, a lot of men think it's very weird. I'm not going to say the word in case YouTube don't like it, but if you join the school committee, I'll say the word. They don't like the skin routine and the skincare stuff and all these type of things, the grooming. If you want to reach the pinnacle where you want to look and you want to attract the most attractive women that you want to attract, you want to reach that certain place, you're going to need that type of stuff. You're going to want to look a certain way. And it comes from starting these sorts of things. But to stem back into what I was talking about with my cameraman, we focus on these sorts of things. We say, okay, then we can, in the next 1 to 2 years, we can improve this. Like today, we're talking about training neck so that, okay, in a couple of years, our neck's going to be pretty thicker and you'll look more masculine when you have a bigger neck. These are the sorts of things. We are thinking about 10 years in 1 year. The things that in this 1 year, I feel like I'm going to have the foundation done for the next 10 years. I'm just going to be like, okay then, bang, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. Of course, there'll be more business expansions, more things to grow, more other things. But this year is going to be the year that I say, yeah, my life has changed. And now it's just I'm just going to keep going and just keep doing the same thing, rinsing and repeating for the next 10 years until I get to the stage I want to get to. Literally that. This is why, once and finally to say, you must age 10 years in 1 year. Think about what 10 year in the future you would want. And don't think about it as you as of right now. Think, okay, what would the person who I dream of becoming actually want? Would he want me to be sitting here vaping right now? Probably not. What would he want me to be doing? Pumping in the gym, like pumping in the gym, like getting that. That's what he probably want you to be doing. I know that me in the future, he's flexing 24/7. He is going ham. Because of me now. Because of me, unless, God forbid, some crazy thing happens to me physically. By the grace of God, no. But because of me now, people are going to say I'm unnatural and I'm blasting. I'm going to be laughing and say, look at me at the age of 15. And this was me at the age of 20 hustling. And look at me now. When I have the money to actually fund, maybe I get a personal trainer or I get a better, I can now afford richer meat. So my diet can improve to a whole nother level. Maybe I get a personal chef. It's bound for your physique to go through the roof. So, finally, I think I finalized like 3-4 times. Age 10 years in 1 year. It's about having that 10 year of intensity in 1 year. You want to be thinking as a 30-year-old man in your 20s. You want to be thinking as a 40-year-old man in your 30s. thinking about, okay, what would future me, what actually want me to do, or actually want me to have. Okay, let me start operating on those lines. It's been Dearenee. If you enjoyed today's video, once again, to remind you, the Art of the Identity Shift, link in the bio in the description. Gold Echelon, link in the description once again. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you subscribe. I'll catch you.